What is up, everyone, and welcome to episode 53 of the Party Chat podcast. As always, I am your host, Squiggy, and as per every week, I am joined by the lovely Slazo and the lovelier Laura.
Thank you. You're not bitter about a quiz from like 2 weeks ago.
Exactly, yeah. It says
I feel I want to review my contract.
Slazo, if you weren't the creator of the quiz, you would have been the lovelier one. That is all I'm going to say.
Lovely. Thank you.
Lovely, exactly.
Best buddy, old pal.
Look, I give you a COD Infinite Warfare beta code. You've got to be nice. Well, you don't have to be nice to me.
What, is this like a binding thing now?
It's a binding agreement. My COD code for your...
Okay, Squiggy, you are an excellent person, and you are totally a 10.
I like that. I like you. So how are you both?
I was good before that sellout,
I'm even better
in performance.
I thought it was great.
Mm.
But anyway, this is not where we sort of big up each other's egos, or big up my own ego, if you're Slazo. This is the Party Chat podcast, brought to you every Wednesday by Retro Remastered. You can find us on iTunes and all other podcasting services, and we post at retroremastered.com at 9 AM on a Wednesday, and that's British time. And we post at some point on Wednesday on YouTube, normally about 9, half 9, depending when I get up there to publish the video. You know, YouTube don't allow you to set times to publish unless you're very popular, so subscribe to us on YouTube, which is youtube.com/squigglywords. I don't actually know what it is. Do you know what the channel is?
I do not know what you're on about.
No? Anyway, let's jump straight into the news. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... I've got 8 items on my list, which is exactly the same as what I had last week. And we'll start with PlayStation VR. So, we spoke a lot about that last week.
I'm waiting for this to be the same news.
What news?
It's like, we got 8 stories, and we're going to start with the thing we talked about last week.
No, these are all different. Don't worry. If I change it, I've got the right number. Everything's okay.
Okay.
So yeah, we spoke about PlayStation VR last week because it launched, and a lot of things going around. A lot of people tested it, and you can actually use cinema mode from the PlayStation VR on PC, Xbox One, and Wii U. And so I've got an article here from Eurogamer, which is actually Digital Foundry tested it, and basically they connected it all up, and they confirmed it actually does work. There's a video there you can check out. I won't obviously click on that now. But yeah, basically it's the cinema mode on PlayStation 4 is where you can sort of play non-VR games, and it looks like you're in a big sort of cinema, hence it's called cinema mode. And I think the same way, you just connect the HDMI cables up, and it does it that way for Xbox One and Wii U as well, and PC. So there you go, I've got a massive cinema screen for all my consoles now.
I mean, that's pretty nifty. I mean, it's like cool if you have it. If you haven't got it and you're sad and poor, sad times. Yeah, but then what'll be interesting is, will it get hacked so you can actually use it as a full VR headset on your PC?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just yes.
Just yes. Yeah. And then it'll be quite cool if that happens, because then for people who've bought PlayStation VR and still have a decent PC but didn't want PC VR, they have a way to get into that as well and play maybe some of the games that aren't available on PlayStation VR. So I think it'll be quite cool. I'll see how. Obviously, it'll probably take. I think if it gets hacked, it'll be hacked probably by February next year, maybe, and fully working.
Sony's usually take a while to hack, so yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that, and obviously, if anything comes of it, you'll hear it here. But I think that's pretty cool, and I might give it a go come Christmas time when I get to play VR. Next on the list is a game that you aren't going to be playing this Christmas time. The Friday the 13th game has been delayed until next year.
No.
But it's going to receive a single-player mode, because they're going to add some sort of AI bots, and it means it'll be playable offline. But it's not going to arrive. That feature's not going to arrive until next summer, with the game coming out in spring.
I'm not going to lie, I'd never heard of this game until this news story.
Really? We spoke about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
A long time ago,
we did.
Yeah.
Wow.
About half a year ago.
Okay.
It has its own niche. I mean, I remember seeing it trended on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, oh, cool, because obviously the movies are popular and this was kind of a cool idea. I like anything having a single-player mode. I actually don't like the trend of multiplayer-only games, personally, but that might just be me.
Yeah,
I think it depends on the game.
Yeah.
I
mean,
get
it makes
that.
sense for, say, Overwatch to not have a single player.
Oh, yeah, maybe there are exceptions, but then I don't think it worked with Star Wars Battlefront, if that makes sense. Because I think there was potential to do something there, even if it was
That's
just 4
fair.
hours short. I feel like sometimes it's just an excuse not to do it, rather than, it doesn't work. It's like the opposite when they used to tag multiplayers onto single-player games. I'm looking at you, Assassin's Creed. I'm looking at you. But this seems like the sort of a version of that's weirder. So, there you go. I feel happy that it's getting something, basically.
Yeah, but it's also been delayed and increased the price of the game.
I mean, the price increase I'm not great with, but if the delays, I don't know, with this, it might come out in a better window now. I'm not really... It obviously needs time.
But basically, I think they've said that they're delaying it to add this stuff in. So basically, they're delaying it to make you pay more. And if you don't want to play single player, then you're not only being forced to wait, you're being forced to pay more.
I guess if you look at it like that.
I'm looking at it from a cynical view.
Yeah, but then, I don't know. I think most people ask they would rather pay more if the overall product is better. So really, all they got to do now is justify the price increase with the new editions.
But you've probably already thought, oh, this game's quite interesting. Multiplayer's why I'm going to play it. And if you're not bothered about single player, you're being they're not doing any improvements to the actual game. They're just adding the single player feature in. So it's not as if they're saying, oh, we're going to do this for a bit more polish to improve this, and this, improve performance. It's basically, we're going to add single player. We're going to charge you more, and you're going to have to wait longer. Which I think is... I mean, if you've already ordered it, you don't pay any more, but if people have been sort of waiting maybe to see reviews, they're interested in the multiplayer, and that's it. Because that's what it was originally marketed as, so that's what you're probably going to get a lot of the fans as. And now it's like, yep, you're going to have to wait, and we're going to charge you more. But there's a single player mode in there that you'll probably never touch, and it's not even like story, it's basically playing against AI bots. So, yeah. But that's me being cynical.
I just think you're being cynical.
I am being cynical.
I will wait and see how it does when it comes out still.
I'm going to assume that they're going to say the single player is no need.
I hope every review goes, this was this was the best part of the game. That's what I want.
I won't be wrong. So the next item on the list is something that I'm assuming Slazo will appreciate. Final Fantasy XIV announces a new expansion.
Yes.
Bloody hell, Slazo. So the new expansion is called Stormblood.
This got announced while I was out, so I just came back to see people talking about Final Fantasy XIV and was like, what?
So you're going to, I'm going to try and get the pronunciation right here.
You can do it.
It got revealed during the Fan Festival live stream, and basically Stormblood is going to expand upon the world of
Eorzea.
I was going to go for that. I wasn't. And that comes out in early summer 2017. The expansion is also going to raise the level cap from 60 to 70, feature new jobs, a skill system overhaul, item inventory expansion, and a reassessment of unused and ineffective actions. But that comes at a cost. PS3 support for Final Fantasy XIV is going to come to an end, and to be honest, you can probably see why, because not many people are going to be playing it, I'm assuming. On the PS3.
I know people who do play it on PS4, but yeah, I've not met many. I don't recall anyone who plays it on PS3.
Yeah, but if you do play it on the PS3, then you get an upgrade to the PS4 version for free, which is quite good. But
to be fair, that was the way you got around the ridiculous cost of the PS4 version when it first came out on consoles. You just bought it on PS3 for £8 and then instantly upgraded for free.
Did you do that, or did someone else
do that?
I did that.
Yeah. I did it. And then I think I got one or two other people to do it, because it's like, why not? You get a month and a copy of the game for £8.
Yeah. So I've not played this at all. I don't really know any of this stuff, but I'm assuming it's basically like a WoW expansion.
Yeah, the only real downside in this one is because it's on multiple systems. If you want the expansion on multiple systems, you have to buy it multiple times. So, for example, I have Heavensward, the first expansion, on PC, but not on PS4.
Yeah.
So if I was to try to do Heavensward stuff on PS4, it would go no, what are you doing? So basically, if you do play on multiple platforms, this is going to set you back a fair bit. but most people don't. So.
But does your character continue if you played on multiple platforms? Can you use the same character even though?
Yeah, I can still use the same character. Like the character I had, my main on PS4, who was DPS focused, I can still play that on my PC, and I can still play on my PC healer on the PS4.
Yeah, I see what you mean, because it's one of them where if you can play it on both consoles, it's quite convenient, I suppose, isn't it? That I don't really want to turn my PC on today. I'll play it on my PlayStation, or sort of vice versa. But here's one. If you've already got Heavensward? Heavensward on PC.
Yeah.
And you buy Stormblood on the PS4.
I don't think you can do that.
So you've got to have the expansion.
I mean, WoW forced you to buy the expansions in order, so I'm going to assume this will.
That's what I was sort of thinking. Do you have to sort of buy all the expansions?
I'm assuming it might well just become a case of it's like you buy Stormblood. Stormblood?
Yeah, Stormblood.
Yeah, Stormblood, and maybe they'll just throw Heavensward in for free, or something like that.
You can hope.
Maybe not for free, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, like a discount sort of thing. Yeah, but there you go. That's Final Fantasy 14.
I am really hyped. I wish I was further in the storyline of Final Fantasy 14, because boy, it's long. Like most people I know, myself included, who own Heavensward, still haven't got to Heavensward. It's great fun, but F me, there's a lot of content.
Which isn't a bad
thing. I mean, yeah, you can't moan about too much content.
No, don't get me wrong. It's amazing. It's just, I'm finding it funny. I'm probably going to buy that expansion and then not get to it for at least a year.
I mean, that's just Slazo in it,
You've had games for longer than that, so...
Shut up.
You're fine. But we won't mention it.
But yeah, it's good. King of MMOs continues.
Interesting. Maybe we'll save that for another time, that discussion. Maybe. So another bit of news for you as well, Slazo, which you'll like a lot. Yep, Football Manager.
Oh.
No, I'm joking. We'll do that next after this. So Pokemon Sun and Moon, new trailer, and you've basically shown off a few more things. So
what was in it? Because I've only seen half of it.
So basically, it revealed a few more of the Alola forms for some sort of classic, original Pokemon. So there's one where Grimer and Muck get colour overhauls. Basically, Muck turns into a rainbow. Grimer turns green with a yellow mouth, as if he's got some disease.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. There's a few other things. They showed off a few more Sun and Moon Pokemon as well. One of them's called Silverly, which is the evolution of a Pokemon.
I did see some of the Evos, and
I
thought they looked quite cool.
I don't know if I've missed this, but Silverly is the evolution of a Pokemon called Null, or is it Type Null?
Type Null. Type Null's a Pokemon.
So Silverly has the ability to change its type and attack to any of the ones that are in there by holding specific items.
It's the totally not Arceus Pokemon.
Yeah, I was going to say Arceus was the only one that could do that.
What a name! Thanks for that, Slazo. I will never forget that.
That was quite cool, because it means you've always got... It's one of them where if you've got the items, I suppose... I don't know how hard the items are to find.
With Arceus it was a nightmare, so it depends how hard they want to make it.
Yeah.
They might just have it use the same items as Arceus, honestly.
Yeah. But then they also showed off a few new characters as well, which I don't really want to go in. I'll see if I can quickly flick back in the trailer without playing the audio, because it'll come over here. Where are we? It's here, I think.
I believe in you.
And just a new trainers. There's Olivia, who is the Kahuna of Akala Island. I'm assuming are these the challenge, the trials and stuff?
I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember if the Kahunas are the actual gym lead equivalents or the ones that build up to them.
Yeah, well, she's got a nose pass. There's someone called Lima, who specialises in the normal type, which is it's a trial. And then there's someone else, I think. Is that it?
It feels weird that these things are only a month away now.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it comes. When does it come out? Is it the?
I think it's 17th for Not Us, and then 23rd.
23rd. I can't remember when it is. But it's around about then.
We get peasant tax.
It's the 18th in America. That just came up on the end of the trailer. 18th in America. Then I think it must be the 22nd.
23rd. I think it's 23rd.
23rd. Wednesday. Interesting. But I'm assuming you're...
Don't ask me, we get peasant tax, so you know.
I'm assuming you're very excited for this.
Oh yes, I obviously, just the whole process of the last 6 months or so is I've not been this excited for a Pokemon game in a while, so...
Yeah. This one's getting me sort of pretty excited, and I've not I've not really been excited about a Pokemon game, probably since we made Gold and Silver.
Gold and Silver.
Yeah, and it's weird because I've played bits and bobs of them all, but I've never sort of got that into them. But I think
that's fine.
Of all
well,
the stuff
I didn't
here,
get massively hyped for 5, and then I loved 5, and then 6 I started off massively hyped for, and then they did some incredibly dumb things, and I stopped caring. So, but 7 looks great, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm quite excited for it. I've got the release date here as well. Yeah, November 23rd.
Thank you.
Impressive. It's weird. It's a weird Wednesday release, mind. But
I mean, what else are you doing on a Wednesday, Squeaky?
Work. On
work.
jobs.
Yeah, work.
Who doesn't
jobs.
like a midweek treat?
I mean, it means I have to go into town after work.
Wow, there's really no pleasing you, is there?
No, it means I've got to go into town after work as well.
Guys, come on now, let's just be happy.
And I don't work in town. I mean, come on, Laura. Think about me and Slazo here. You know.
I mean, I'm so sorry that a game's coming out on a Wednesday. I didn't know this was gonna...
Wednesday's not a good day.
Obviously.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, moving away from Pokemon to Football Manager 2017. So, this past week, a 30-minute video went up, which sort of was not the reveal, because everyone knew it was happening, but this feature reveal for Football Manager 2017, and in it, basically, Miles Jacobson, who is the head of Sports Interactive, who make Football Manager, he basically took you sort of over some of the new things that are going to be implemented into the game. There's a new... I'm not going to go through them all because I've only watched the first 15 minutes of the video anyway, but there's a new engine. Sort of the player models look a lot better. The gameplay, like engine, it seems a lot smoother. I think they've given a lot of the players more, like, a better turning circle, so they don't turn like buses anymore. You'll know what I mean, Laura.
I do know what you mean.
And everything seems a lot more fluid. They've changed the camera as well, so you're sort of behind the goal, so you can see like those shots like swaz into the back of the net and everything like that. You know, Shelby 30 yards out hitting one top corner.
That's realistic.
And then me doing a knee slide along the floor as Rafa Benitez. No?
That's less realistic.
No.
I mean, don't do that.
They've added some new commentary in as well, because, you know, the commentary's a bit stale.
He's through on goal! Go!
Yeah. But from what I've gathered as well, they've added it so it's like he's through on the left, or he's down the right, searches out for a player on the right wing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not just he knocks it back.
Yeah.
Now so and so has picked up the ball.
It's on the wing. It's like, well, what wing?
I need more.
Yeah. And they've also added vanishing spray in there as well.
Sorry. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, that's not a big a deal.
Yeah.
Like, we're saying that's a big deal, I
No,
wouldn't say.
but that's just some stuff that I remember from it. There's a new social media thing, so do you know how... You obviously know how Twitter's massive with football these days as well. No, like...
Twitter's massive!
massive
Oh my
with, like,
god,
football
really?
opinions and stuff,
I
and
never
everything
knew.
like that.
I mean, I don't have access to, like,
I'm just trying
Twitter
to be
and
serious
football.
for once, and you know...
It's more the fact that, you know, this thing called Twitter is just, you know,
No, but like,
affects
you know, but you know
everything.
how like
You're
basically
telling me people take photos on Instagram now.
do they? That's where I've been going wrong. Do people put their faces on books on Facebook?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think nah, mate. No, it's MySpace. MySpace still the range.
MySpace is mine.
Oh my god, imagine if they added MySpace to Football Manager. So your players join MySpace.
But
Tell him.
Anyway, the point I'm getting at is that there's as well as sort of your inbox, which you get where you can view your emails and stuff. There's actually a social feed as well. So say you have a bad performance, you can basically see yourself getting slated on Twitter. Which...
Hashtag what a loser.
I love it. Great, awesome. I mean, they have that in Journey Mode, and they've done it on NBA and stuff, the little Twitter things, and it is really kind of depressing, more so on NBA, because you had a bad game, and you just see things like, he's throwing bricks out there, oh, 0 assists, mate, 0 assists. I'm like, if I could come into that game and virtually slap you, son,
I'm sorry, wait, what, 0 assists? This is the kind of analytics that people on Twitter don't do that. They just go, you're shite.
I don't. I go properly, you know.
Do you really?
Yeah,
I've seen your Twitter.
I give proper analysis about the football. I don't just say he's rubbish.
Yeah, I don't just say Fulham are terrible. I live in denial.
I've said Newcastle are terrible a long time.
No, I actually deleted a load of tweets where I just said shit, and I think every one of them coincided with a Fulham time. They had no content; it was just shit, and I was like, Google, oh yeah, that's free.
Are you sure it wasn't just you playing on FIFA?
I mean, it could have been, but to be fair, no, it was at like 3:15s on Saturday. They were very consistently timed. And I was
so you were like 1-0 down by then?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was a bad year that year.
Yeah.
It was.
But anyway, back to Football Manager, back to the virtual world.
Where I can manage Fulham to greatness,
So-
and that game seems to. If you don't manage Fulham, they get relegated. Just saying, game, not thinking it personal or
Yeah.
anything.
But I think they've added a lot more. There's a lot more sort of depth to it as well. Like when you pick your manager and your experience level. Remember how you made it to Real Madrid?
Oh yeah, that was great.
But you had no experience. You were like,
No.
yeah.
Make no experience. I had what was it? I was Liverpool till January, fired and shamed at Coventry City, who'd just been relegated from the Championship to League One. There, great season with them, nearly won every game or something. Got the Sunderland job. Spent 2 weeks at Sunderland, and Real Madrid come in, and I was like, "No, I'm not staying at Sunderland."
Yeah,
And
so
that
it's
was-
like
yeah,
so
that's
basically here
experience.
they've overhauled that whole system, so you won't get those job offers anymore. I'm sorry, Laura.
I don't understand. I deserved that job offer.
No, you.
I had the highest win rate in the country, and also I became England manager. What Real Madrid wanted the England manager. I think that's normal.
That's ridiculous that you managed to do that. But there's stuff like that. We'll
Just
probably
because I
talk
was
more.
at Sunderland.
We'll probably
That's
talk
all
more
it
about
is.
that closer to release, maybe, or like the release week. Once I've got a chance to sort of go through all the different things, maybe play the demo as well, which will come out. Because I enjoy my Football Manager games. I think didn't we speak about this?
We did, and how many
Yes.
hours we spent
Yeah.
on them.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah, so be prepared for that. But we'll move away from that because, as you've already seen from the last 5 minutes, we can talk about Football Manager forever.
I haven't played one in 3 years.
I haven't
I'm
played one in
clean.
about 3 weeks. I'm
I
clean.
got clean.
I'm
I
clean.
got clean for you. I don't think you are.
So next on the list is Fury, which came to PS4 and PC in July, has been announced that it's coming to Xbox One. And Xbox One's going to contain a new exclusive boss fight. I don't actually know when it's coming out.
Soon. I thought it was like this.
Soon-ish,
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought it was
there's
like this week.
there's no date, I don't think.
Oh, I thought it was like one of those out now thing. I was ready to go check out my Xbox for it. I feel
No, it might.
Silly.
I don't know if it's out next week, but there's no actual date for it. But yeah, Fury. I think it got decent reviews back when it came out, didn't it?
It went over pretty well. Like
yeah, it did. Yeah.
I sent you on PS Plus, you got it for free. But as a boss rush game, yeah, it seemed to do alright. Like not Shadow of the Colossus levels, but pretty good.
Yeah. So it's one of them. It's good for Xbox owners that they can get to enjoy it as well, I suppose.
Yeah. It was just fun though watching some PlayStation owners get mad, and it's like, you got this game for free, probably.
Yeah.
Like,
What more do you want? You've not really actually helped the developer at all.
yeah.
Next on the list, my list, is that Steam is going to support PS4 controllers natively on PC. So basically, the PS4 controller and the Steam API are going to work sort of together now.
Wait, when's this going live?
Let's have a look. It was only
Because,
it was only
I'd
revealed
love to
recently.
start using my PS4 controller as a controller.
Yeah, it was only revealed recently, but it means that the gyro works and the touchpad works and all that as well.
Nice.
But there's no, I don't think there's any dates on it,
Okay.
from what I can see.
No, I'd be complete. As someone who doesn't own an Xbox One, so can't just use the easy option, I'd love to be able to use my PS4 controller on my
Yeah.
PC.
No, I can't see any dates for it as well. But as well, you can get the USB adapter to use your controller wirelessly anyway on PC. So that'll help as well.
I
Because
don't
I
want to
think
use it wirelessly.
Sony released the USB adapter thing, so you can use it wirelessly. So you can use it for PlayStation now, I think, on PC. But I'm assuming,
okay.
Yeah, so I'm assuming Steam's going to take advantage of that, so you don't have to plug a wire in. A bit like the Microsoft wireless adapter sort of thing. I think it's just that.
Cool.
But yeah, it's quite good that you can use the gyro and the touchpad. I'm quite interested to see how that works, because obviously PC games don't really support. Obviously, they support controllers, but they're not really built to support like the touchpad and the gyro. If
It's
that
probably
makes
just a
sense.
case of the support's there for
Yeah.
like more, I imagine, indie projects and anything
Yeah.
that'd be using that.
I was sort of thinking, if I go and play, say, Call of Duty on the PC using a PlayStation controller, not only will I get absolutely demolished, but am I able to use a touchpad to bring up like the round scores and stuff like you could on a PS4, or is it going to be mapped to a completely different button because it's PC? It's just, you know what I mean, like things like that. Is it going to be basically like 1-to-1 where controller, like PS4 controls map PC controls? If that does that make sense?
Yeah, who
Yeah.
knows?
It'd be interesting to see, and I'll probably give it a go because, you know, why not? I've got a USB cable, I've got a PS4 controller. Hopefully we'll get some more information soon about that, but who knows. A game that we're not going to get more information for a while, well, not a while, but is Cuphead. So Cuphead got... When did Cuphead get announced? Was it this year or was it last year?
It's been a thing for like 5 years, isn't it?
Yeah, but they showed gameplay this year at E3. But then was it last year it was revealed? Like showing off, like properly with a trailer.
I don't know, it could have been the year before.
I can't remember.
It feels ages, like it was like, oh cool, that's nice. Like the first time I saw it, I was like, that's nice, that's just, a thing. It'd be groovy, be here soon. I really regret not focusing.
The game was shown during the Xbox press event of E3 2014.
Yeah, 2014. Wow.
Yep. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I remember at the time thinking, oh, okay, that'd be out soon. It's one of those games you think could be out soon. See, that looked,
Well, it had already been in development for 4 years by that point. But...
Yeah, so...
Well, it's been delayed until mid-2017.
I don't think it's ever coming out.
It's going to be delayed as long as Final Fantasy at this rate.
Easy, nothing. That's not even a thing.
It's going up. It's going up there with Witness for like longest indie game development.
If it's worth it, sure. No one will ever moan when it comes out. It does look really cool, but I'm just kind of like, I kind of forget about it, if that makes sense. The only news cycle I ever see it in is the delayed bit. Like every time it gets delayed, I'm like, oh yeah, Cuphead, and then I forget about it.
It appears at E3, and I'm like, that's not out yet. Oh, all right.
I will continue sipping my tea.
Every time I see it at E3, I'm like, oh, it'll be like, and Cuphead is available now. Because from what I've seen, it looks like, unless they've only managed to basically build the stuff that's been shown, it seems like the game is pretty much done from what... Do you know what I mean? When they show you the trailers, it looks like everything sort of works together, and it's like, unless they've only managed to code that part of it in that time. And it's like, maybe it's nowhere near being finished than we actually thought, but... To be delayed till mid-2017 after being shown in 2014, and then having gameplay shown off at E3 this year, it's like, really? Especially for like an indie game, which won't be as big as like a AAA, sort of like Mass Effect and stuff.
Okay, like to be fair, like,
but I know what you mean. Like,
indie games can take
developers,
a while still.
It's obviously a lot smaller. The dev team's a lot smaller, but
it just does feel a bit weird that it's taken this long from reveal to getting anywhere,
especially for like an indie game. But yeah, we'll see what comes of it next year. I'm assuming at mid-2017 it's going to be shown off at E3 again.
Maybe you'll get your dreams. You should put that on your E3 bingo for next year.
I'm gonna.
Cuphead is out now.
Oh, I never thought about that. But this is going to be like, I just imagine Phil Spencer coming out on stage and he's like, so here's Cuphead, and this is an awful American accent. We showed Cuphead in 2014.
Stop doing the accent.
And
stop.
We showed it in 2016. And here it is in 2017 again, but, ladies and gentlemen, Cuphead is out now. Dun dun dun.
Never go into the E3 presenting trade.
In America.
Yeah,
Ever.
Yeah, I'll stick with my English accent if I did that. Definitely. I want to make it out there alive. Maybe, to be fair, I might not even get in for E3 next year.
I mean, I wouldn't let you in with that.
Well, I was thinking more Donald Trump wouldn't let us in. But
let's not get political.
Let's not get political.
Let's talk about Rockstar being a little bit of a tease.
A little bit of a tease. I'm going to be honest. As we're recording this totally live, Wednesday, 9 AM. How you doing? Yeah? Even though you all said you were busy.
The thing is, right, we record this on a Sunday. Rockstar today, on Sunday, basically changed... Did they change the homepage to red?
And banner, they
changed the Twitter banner to red.
Am I the only one who thinks they're going to reveal the game? By the time this goes out, the game would have been an advert teaser trailer during the Man United v Liverpool game. Is no one else seeing the all-red connection other than me? Or have I just invented?
Red. A lot of people use the colour red before football teams.
No.
I'm thinking that...
It's been all adverts that saying it's the
Eva
all-red
Marie
Monday.
back?
Is what?
Isn't Eva Marie due back to the WWE? So basically...
I tweeted it was Eva Marie the game. Someone tweeted me back going, you have to rescue Eva Marie from the government after she's kidnapped, and I was kind of like, that sounds amazing.
But basically, Sunday, Rockstar tweeted an image of the Rockstar logo on a red background, which looks like the Red Dead sort of background, like with the red and like blotchy black bits on it. They've changed their homepage as well. If you go on Rockstar Games, so just having this as like a little, then it goes to the normal page after 10 seconds. But I think down the sides of the page, if you're on like a wider screen browser, it's red down the side.
On the Rockstar page.
Yeah.
Okay. Carry on.
And basically, if you go on the Rockstar Newswire, the first news story is just the red Rockstar logo, like the red background with the Rockstar logo. But there's nothing. You can't click on anything. Literally, I've tried clicking on it. It doesn't work.
Yeah. I mean, I found it weird that constantly when I saw the tweet, the advert, like I said, the adverts on Sky Sports have been at this time before Monday, like all red. It's the all red game on Monday and that, and I was just kind of like, they do like to announce games during football matches in the advertising slot because it's a captive audience, and I just kind of thought, you know what, I reckon they might do it on Monday. If it hasn't been announced yet, I'm so sorry, but I'm being hopeful. And if it turns out to be nothing, but it's been like it's been like the worst kept secret, isn't it? Everyone's been like, yeah, Red Dead Redemption's coming. And the third one, it's technically third, isn't it, Red Dead? It's the third Red Dead.
You think it'll be the new one? I just think it'll be a remaster.
I think it'll just be a remaster.
I think it'll be the new one. I mean, they released Red Dead Redemption on backwards compatibility, didn't they?
Yeah, that's true, I suppose.
I just don't see why they went all the time to advertise. I just don't see why they do a remaster it, unless they're remastering Red Dead, I want to say Revolver.
Yes.
And that into some sort of combo pack, but I didn't think there was much of a fan base behind Revolver, so I could be wrong. I never really.
No, I think it'll be a remaster, but then again, I don't know. With Rockstar, you never know.
I think it's going to be an announcement of the next one. I'm putting that out there now. You can think it's going to be. I think it's going to be way more than a remaster. I will be shocked because if it's a remaster after they made the big deal about releasing it on backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
Via back.
I just think the next big game will just be GTA 6 rather than Red Dead 3.
I don't know. We'll see.
They've yet to make a game exclusively for this generation, so...
Yeah. What would be interesting, though, is how they actually go about revealing this, because obviously there's just Rockstar logo. On their Twitter account, they've got 72,000 retweets and 110,000 favourites just on that one photo. So it's like, how do they go about revealing it? Do they reveal a trailer, or do they just reveal the Rockstar logo, put a date, and then put the game name, and that's it?
They could just do a date and time when they're going to release information, when the trailer's going to drop. I swear Mafia, I can't believe I'm saying this, it's not really in the same league, but Mafia 3, when 2K were going to announce it, they did like a stay tuned, maybe it's the 7th, and then posted some clues throughout the day, you know, and up until the time when they revealed it, and then they just dropped a trailer. So
the thing is, though, with Rockstar, like, they don't even have to show anything. They just have to. They could basically tweet out tomorrow, Red Dead Redemption 2 coming out.
3.
Red Dead Redemption 3.
No, Red Dead 3.
Red Dead 3.
They changed the last bit, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it's Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption, Red Dead...
It could have been Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead Resurrection.
But to be fair, you played Red Dead, haven't you?
I've not played it, no.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be honest. Oh, don't want to tell you anything now.
I know what happens.
Carry on.
I know what happens.
I just don't know if there's a 2 in it. I mean, you could go carry on that, but it just seems a bit weird too.
Well, but basically Rockstar could easily just tweet out, say, on Wednesday maybe, or today, podcast goes live day, tweet out saying Red Dead whatever, and then just put like worldwide, and then put a date, and like that could be all they have to do. Literally, they don't have to do anything because it's Rockstar.
And
honestly, they could just do really simple. They could just say Red Dead 2018 or 2017 or whatever.
Yeah, or they could just
Red Dead out now. Like that. No,
but imagine if they did that. That's quite how it works. Hang on, let me just ring up my friend who works at Rockstar. Let me just...
Okay, could you?
Go on then, get him on the... Go on, we'll get him on the podcast.
I'm good.
Here's an exclusive.
He's busy.
What, busy making Red Dead?
Who knows?
He's busy making Red Dead to come out in a month's time.
Clearly
I haven't spoken to him since last year.
Have you seen him since last year?
No.
Well, there you go. He's been locked away. But that explains everything. There we go. Thanks, Slazo. So there we go. Confirmed on this podcast. Red Dead Redemption.
Confirmed on this podcast. People who work at games companies
are very busy. Stay in school, kids. So that's the news. That's the news wrap up for this week. We've got 3 games that are coming out this week of note to go through. Battlefield 1. I don't think I need to say any more than that, really, do I?
I mean, I couldn't care less.
It looks
but
good. I enjoyed the beta. I've played the opening section of it when you first start the game up because of EA access.
Are you going to buy it, though?
That is for later on to talk about, Slazo.
Okay.
But maybe. Civilization 6 comes out this week.
Yes, that snuck up. Like, I knew it was coming out this year, but like, it just doesn't register.
Yeah, I remember it being
literally about to come out now.
I remember them revealing it, and then.
In fact, won't it be out? Because isn't that a Tuesday release?
It is. No, it's out on Friday.
It's out on the Friday.
Yeah, it's 21st. Yeah, but yeah, I remember them showing it off, but then I couldn't remember the release date. And then when I was looking through for games coming out this week to sort of write down, I was like, oh, I didn't realize this came out this week. I thought it was like November. But yeah, I think I've not played a Civilization game for a while. Are you excited for it, Slazo? Do you enjoy Civilization games?
I do. I don't know if I'll buy it on launch, considering I've just opened up Steam and it's like yours for 50 quid.
Yeah,
and
it's
I'm
expensive.
Like,
I saw that before as well.
I paid like £5 for Civ 5.
Yeah.
So, I have a feeling I will play it, just not this year.
Yeah. I'll probably wait until it goes down in price, maybe.
My one hope is that they've improved the netcode. I'd love to be able to play with friends and it to work amazingly.
To be honest, I didn't even know you could play with friends.
I mean, I don't know which joke to go for, so let's move on.
No, I meant like I didn't know you could play like online with friends in Civilization. Not like saying you have no friends to play with.
Oh.
Just for the record.
Yes, you can.
Right, there we go. The last game is Rhythm Paradise Megamix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly my thoughts as well, Slazo.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Which takes us on to our plugging section. Plug.
Plug!
What have you got to plug, you lovely people?
I totally released my article on time. Oh.
He did, actually. I mean, depends what
I
you
didn't.
call on
I
time.
promised it when the podcast came out, and it came out on Saturday. Whoops! But it's up. It's finally done. Cool.
It's there. You've got it.
If you want to know what I thought about Evolve Stage 2 and Dead by Daylight, and whether they can topple the king of Left 4 Dead, spoilers, they can't. So you can check
Well,
that
you've just
out.
given it away now, Slazo.
I mean, there's more to the article than that.
That's alright.
Eh.
And, yeah, I don't even know what my next piece is going to be yet, so...
I've
Laura?
got a FIFA 17 review finally. Talk about schedules, talk about on time. That will be live. So, yay. Play FIFA 17.
FIFA.
Better or worse than 16?
Well, 16 was such a great game.
No, 16 was not a great
No,
game.
it wasn't.
It's... In ways it is, and in ways it isn't. As in, they've changed some things that I wasn't keen on, but then the whole journey mode and that has actually made me play it for, like, way longer than FIFA 16 by myself. So...
Cool. That's a thumbs up from Laura.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can read about more.
And why, and what I didn't like. So, yeah, check that out. Squires?
What have I got? I don't think I have an article coming out.
Really?
but-
You don't have a Friday 5 you just did? That was
yeah, sorry,
amazing.
I forgot about that actually. Yeah, so our Friday 5s continued last week with my Metal Gear Solid Friday 5s. It was 5 memorable bosses from the Metal Gear Solid franchise. There was a few obvious ones in there. The ladder did not get in from Metal Gear Solid 3, which is one of the comments on it.
I did see that comment.
Yeah, I like that. I like that comment. Yeah, the ladder did not make it, unfortunately. But there's 5 other boss battles that did make it, and I think you should check it out. See what you think, if you agree or disagree, or let me know some of your memorable things in the comments on the article, or tweet me at Geordie Squires, or tweet us at RetroRemastered. Don't tweet the other two; they won't know what you're going on about.
I mean, I will. I have played the game.
Laura would, I
Excuse
wouldn't.
you.
I apologise.
Excuse
I apologise. Laura's best battle from
Who's-
boss battle
who's
was
the
trying to
next
find the
Friday?
codec.
Who's
Hey
in the
up.
next Friday 5?
It's mine
Yours?
again.
Is it back to you, Laura? Yeah.
It's back to me, and then it goes to you.
To me, to you.
And then it's
I will
me
press-
again, and then it's you. For some reason, I've scheduled it like with some sort of. We are the Chuckle Brothers for a few
But
weeks.
my
So-
one's the best one.
That's
so
why I'm just
okay.
news
is
next
it?
week.
Is it? Mine. coming off his...
I don't know. I mean, you already missed out the dildo in Saints Row.
I did not do... I will. I bet you that you're going to make an account or leave a comment on my article just being like...
No,
Yo,
Laura, I'm not. I don't need to do that. I can just mock you on the podcast.
I don't know about you anymore.
Oh.
No,
I've also got... I think I posted an F1 video the day before the last podcast went live, or the morning of the podcast going live. It was me racing around Canada, which went a lot better than my race around Monaco.
I mean, that's hilarious. If you haven't seen Squiggy racing around Monaco, you should go check it out.
You know what? I wouldn't even call it racing.
You can watch his soul die. It's great. It's really an experience.
There's 2 more F1 videos ready to publish at some point, so one of them will probably go up before this podcast. It is the race around Baku in Azerbaijan, which is a nice little street circuit. It's very windy. There's a few sticky out bits, and I also crash a couple of times. So stay tuned for that. But I can't think of anything else that I've got. Can you? No? Anyone else got anything?
Nope.
Nope.
No. As I say, like, there's some stuff I want to write about, but I don't know what the next article I will be. I'm currently writing for other sites, so...
Yeah,
wow.
I think I've got a few things to write about, but then I've got a few more games to play that I want to sort of write about, so I'm trying to decide whether playing the game to write about or writing about a game that I've played. If that makes sense. It's complicated. Kind of. So anyway, that is our plugging. We'll move on to our topic of the week. So every week, one of us lovely people brings around a topic, and we discuss it for your pleasure. This week, I decided to go...
Certainly not for ours.
Yeah, because we don't get any pleasure out of it. God. So this week, I thought, because we're sort of into sort of the big pre-Christmas release window, I thought maybe we could take a look at what games we're looking forward to picking up playing between now and Christmas, and then what we've enjoyed playing maybe from the past few weeks that we've picked up, because the release window starts sort of end of September and then runs until Christmas, pretty much. So I thought we could have a look at some of those games maybe that we've picked up then and played, and what games we're sort of looking forward to picking up and maybe playing over Christmas time as well. Maybe give you, the lovely listeners, some ideas of what games you might want for Christmas or might want to pick up based on what we say about them. So, who wants to sort of jump in with a game first? Wow. So basically, that's our topic of the week done. We're not looking forward to any games.
I'll go first, because I've literally...
who's going to jump.
I mean, I've got like 2 games, one of which you've played, one of which you haven't, and actually no, that one's not even a big winter release game. So I've got one. I have one, which is the Destiny expansion, Rise of Iron, which is the only one I've had a chance to play thus far. And yeah, it's pretty fun. Don't know if I'd say it was 25 quid fun, but I've had a laugh playing it with you and Mike, and no, you didn't have it yet, Laura, do you?
No, just the 3 of us.
Yeah, just the 3 of us. And that's it. That's all the games I've played from this season so far.
Oh, well. That's good. Yeah, I enjoyed the bit of Destiny that I played. I didn't think Rise of Iron was... Well, I thought it was worse than Taken King, but it was short. But it was to be honest, the opening of it was pretty good.
I found the opening.
I quite liked it. It just
boring.
It was better than Bessie. It was better than the original Destiny, obviously. Yeah. But then worse than Taken King. But I still quite enjoyed it. But apart from that,
for me, it didn't really help that in Taken King you were fighting this new exciting enemy, whereas in this one you're fighting, it's those guys, but with some red bits on them. Yep. And that was the enemy for this expansion. And it was like, come on. But saying that, the final mission of the campaign was amazing, and that was a great, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I enjoyed that, yeah. That was really good. Even the soundtrack as well. I think the soundtrack for this Destiny was a lot better.
I didn't really notice the soundtrack a lot for this one. But...
I've been listening to it as well before I started playing it, so I sort of picked up on different parts of it.
Okay.
I really enjoy it. And then adding pretty much kill confirmed. It's not kill confirmed, but you know what I mean.
It's an interesting game mode because you can see people who get it and people who don't, because some people try to be Rambo Apocalypse and then quickly discover you can't be Rambo Apocalypse in that mode.
But I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Were you there? I don't know if you were. Laura might have been the party where I was literally shouting at people who couldn't hear me to stick together.
I think I was there. I feel like it was enlightening. I was like, I'm not getting Destiny. I'm not getting a game with Slazo. Actually, I just said I'm not getting a game with Slazo, was my bottom line.
And that's the bottom line, because Laura said so.
But yeah, there's a bunch of games I would like to play some more of. Well, a bunch of games I own but I haven't had a chance to play yet, but Destiny Rise of Iron is the only one I actually have set down with time for yet.
I feel kind of privileged that you've sat down and spent time playing that game with me.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, because he doesn't play games, so it's basically like an eclipse.
These two can vouch for how little I appear at the moment.
Yeah. So, what have I been playing? We've been playing, because basically...
Take it away, you two.
A lot of the games have been me and Laura. So we've played FIFA.
We have. It was great. I've completed Journey mode, so I've done that.
Oh, well.
I can tell you, it's more of the same as you go on. If you started it, you know where it's going.
So did you start as sort of like giddy excitement? And then...
Yeah, and you end with the crippling realism, that's it.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I did enjoy it. I say that. It just felt really long. I was kind of glad to finish it at that point because of time.
Yeah. So yeah, but we've played a lot of that. Obviously, your review goes up before this podcast goes live, so people can check that out for more of like FIFA opinions. And to be honest, I read most of them and I don't really disagree with much of it, I don't think.
I don't know. I'm not in your head. You're saying it like it's a question. I wouldn't know.
I can't remember if I told you or not, but I don't think I disagreed with much of it. So, yeah, it pretty much sums up both of our thoughts. I've been playing PES as well. My review of PES went up a while back, so you know my thoughts on that. I do think PES is better than FIFA this year, but I think because of the depth of FIFA modes is why I'll be playing FIFA more than PES.
So that's just basically it. At the end of the day, PES... It's funny. If FIFA could learn to get the on-the-pitch stuff, takes about... not all of it, because there's some things on PES I don't like the on-pitch of it. If they could get some of the good stuff and put it into FIFA, and PES could learn to have its own unique mode to be able to do that, then it'd be like, complete packages to choose from. But at the moment, it's like you're choosing variety over quality on the pitch. If you're just playing against a friend, it's probably best to get PES.
Yeah, but if you want to play like other things, or you play with a group of people, then FIFA is the one. Yeah. So we've also been playing Gears of War.
Yes, I love Gears of War.
We started the campaign this weekend just gone. We played a bit of multiplayer before that. And I know I said during the stream that I prefer these characters already more than I prefer the characters from the original trilogy. Yes,
you did say that. It was bold.
It was bold, out there. But I'm sticking with it. You weren't as sure, were you? Or did you want to wait a little bit more?
I want to wait a little bit more, but I was already enthralled more with them than I was with anything in Gears of War Judgment character-wise. So, I mean, there's that. I don't know if I'm ready to say, move out the way, Marcus. I have a new Phoenix in my life. I don't know if I'm that committed to that yet.
Yeah.
But other than that, I really just... It's one of those games you just want to play more of, and that's such a good sign, so...
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed my time with that. I even played because I'm not very good at Gears, as you'll vouch for. I'm not very good. But I enjoyed playing multiplayer. It was weird going back to Gears. Everything just felt... It just felt natural. I go between like Call of Duty games and they all feel different, whereas Gears just felt natural. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, that basically it hasn't changed, but everything just felt natural, like from running around, dropping behind cover, going cover to cover, shooting people, and everything like that. It just felt natural, and I actually can't wait to go back and play more. But yeah,
that's fair.
That's fair, yeah. I think is that the covered off the games that we've been playing.
Mafia 3.
Oh yeah, Mafia 3. You talk about Mafia 3.
Basically, Mafia 3 is... I remember mixed feelings about Mafia 3 as much as the reviews are mixed, because the opening hour and a half is probably like perfection. It's kind of like the same feeling I had when I played Metal Gear Solid 5. Hasn't taken as sharp a downturn as Metal Gear. Sorry, Squiggy. But okay. You know how good the first mission of Metal Gear Solid is. Same feelings I got playing Mafia 3. It fully hooked me and fully enjoyed it, and I was like, this is it. This is the game. Yeah. And then now I'm just running around doing the same thing again and again, and I've lost that bit of that spark. But I still like it enough to keep going back. The story is so good. So at the end of the day, I know I'm going to finish it one way or another just to see what happens to Link and Clay. I would say that I prefer, as it stands, I would still say, look, Mafia 2 is the one for me out of the series. I don't think it's a GTA beater compared to the last GTA Mafia 3. It's a nice alternative with a nice story, but at the moment it's kind of just feeling like it's average. It could have done more. It's like the story delivers, but everything else kind of needed to be upped. It's like they didn't match the quality of the writing, and it's just a bit... Yeah.
I get what you mean.
Cool. I mean, if you're going to get it, if you like Mafia 2, it's not as good as Mafia 2, but then it's still good, so... That is that. There'll probably be a review coming on that soon, but I really want to finish it to the completion on that to really try and sort out what I actually feel about it, because a part of me is still a little... It's that thing with Metal Gear, you probably had this as well, that you were probably a bit harsh on Metal Gear because that was like your go-to game, you were very excited. I'm taking my time with Mafia just to... Because I think it's that, like you hype it up and it's not the fact it's bad in places, you're just a little bit disappointed by what it could have been or should have been. So I'm a little bit harsher on it in places than I probably should
I know
be.
what you mean. Like, you expect, like, I say brilliance, but you know what I mean. I know what you mean.
It doesn't help that the first hour of that game was so good. So you're, like, ready. You're like, yeah.
So
it's kind of
basically,
like...
it's like Metal Gear Solid.
That's what I feel like at the moment. And I'm kind of hoping it U-turns up, because I didn't like the Metal Gear Solid 5 ending, whatever ending you want to dub it. Either one wasn't as satisfying. So I'm hoping it works its way up and it, at least redeems itself there. But... At the moment, the middle portion is just feeling a bit like, I'm doing it, but... Where's my Gears? Where's Gears? That sort of feeling.
Yeah, Gears, like, the story of Gears, it just started off really well, and it's continued, like, really well from, like, we just finished the first act, and obviously there's a prologue to do before that, and just, the way that started, and then the way it's sort of gone on.
Normally, I find video games to be very predictable. Especially the mainstream ones like Call of Duty and all that. I can't believe I didn't see something coming in Gears, and I was like, oh.
I'm still emotional about that.
You know what about? Yeah. So
that video might go up on our YouTube of just me and Laura in tears.
I mean, actually, just about a moment ago, in the moment that killed our spirits, right here, right now,
and killed someone else.
Oh, spoilers out of the park. Sorry.
But so I think is that covered off the games we've played? I think so. Should we look ahead to sort of games coming out that we're excited about? I don't know. Do you want to talk about Pokemon, Slazo? I know you're excited for that.
What? Sorry. What?
Slazo tuned out when we're talking about
man! Oh yeah. Hi. Yes.
Hello, Slazo. Welcome back. I was going to say, did you want to talk about your excitement of Pokemon?
I did. I mean, I feel I kind of covered it earlier, but
I was just trying to get you involved, because
Pokemon is probably like the game alongside the new card that I'm most excited to play in the coming months. It does look like it'll be the best thing since after Gen 2, it was kind of Gen 5 was the only one that really tried to take a step forward and be something different, and now it feels like Gen 7's doing that again. And that usually makes for the best experiences when it's not just, here's the same story you've done years and years before. So, yeah, I'm actually, really excited for it. And it looks like they're downplaying some of the bad stuff Gen 6 introduced, so... Things are looking up.
Things are looking up for Pokemon. Because I'm, like I said before, I don't normally get excited for Pokemon games, but the more I see from this one, the more I get excited for it. Which is not a bad thing. It shows that Nintendo are actually marketing it right, I suppose.
I think because that's the thing. I don't know how well Gen 6 did performance-wise, but I guess they kind of I'd like to think they cottoned on to the fact that they can't just do the same old thing over and over and over.
Yeah. But I am excited for that. I've got... What else have I got on my list? Battlefield 1, which obviously comes out this week. I played a bit of the beta, which I really enjoyed. I wasn't going to buy it at one point. And after playing the beta, I pre-ordered it, but then I cancelled it to get Gears instead. Blame Laura. But yeah, I really enjoyed what I've played of Battlefield. It's been so much. It was so much fun, just sort of like picking people off with a sniper rifle from up on a perch, like defending the points, and then running in with a pistol, like when people didn't realise I was there. It was so much fun. Like I've been watching people play some of the early access stuff on Twitch as well, and it just looks like the fun sort of carried on across the other maps as well. I've not got a chance to really play it much with the early access, but I probably will, and then decide after those 10 hours if I am actually going to get it or not, because I enjoyed what I played, but I didn't really play loads of it.
Right.
And then the other one where I've played like the alpha as well of was Titanfall 2, And again, like Battlefield, I wasn't really that excited about Titanfall 2. But after playing that, I think I enjoyed that a lot, like the movement of the Titanfall, like the pilots and everything, the wall running, which obviously is in Call of Duty, and some of the other things. It was really fun and it all flowed really well.
Okay, is there any shooter you're not buying this
But that's the thing, I enjoy shooters as well, but I've not played the original Titanfall. I didn't play much of Battlefield 4, and I didn't buy Battlefield Hardline. So I'm sort of in that point where these are interesting me because I've not played one of those type of games for a while.
I mean, sure, but like 5 shooters.
I do like my shooters. You saw my article about shooters. I think I said I was excited for every single one of them.
I did, but it was like, Jesus.
Yeah, I like my shooters, right? Leave us alone. I like my shooters. I'm filthy casual. I like my shooters.
Okay, well, you like your shooters, and obviously I like my good old JRPGs. So I've got World of Final Fantasy coming out, which I still don't know if I'm going to buy it, but there's a demo out by the time this podcast goes live, so I'll know soon, and it'll probably be yes.
It's a yes from me.
Yep, there's Dragon Quest 7. There's Dragon Quest 7 lying in a drawer somewhere. There's Dragon Quest Builders, which I need to try the demo of to see if I like that. Final Fantasy 15, of course, the granddaddy of JRPGs, and I'm reasonably excited for that one. Because I'm gonna... Like, Dusky, I had fun playing when that demo came out, and admittedly that was a while back now, but I can't see the game being too different, so... I am kind of excited for the JRPG splurge that's about to happen. And I hope I have enough time to play half of them.
You are not going to have enough time.
I'm not. I'm just
You're
not.
I'm already admitting that for you. You're not going to have enough time.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm just helping you out. You're not going to have enough time, Slazo. You need to buy some first-person shooters instead.
I've got 2 weeks off at Christmas. I can beat them all then.
Yeah. What you need to buy is you need to buy Titanfall, Battlefield, Call of Duty.
Mate, I'm buying COD. That's it.
So you're excited for COD? We didn't really talk about that one. That's the one I missed out.
I am, yes. I think Infinite Warfare has looked fun in the stuff I've seen of that. Obviously, my focus is more on Modern Warfare and getting to play that again, and that's going to be amazing. But yeah, no, I haven't played a COD since, I think it was Black Ops 2, and even then I didn't play that a whole lot, multiplayer. So, I'm in the point where I'm ready for a new COD experience.
Yeah.
I've taken a break of like 5 years, and now
it's been
ready
5
to come
years
back.
since you last played a COD.
I think. I mean, what was there? There was Ghosts, Black Ops 3, and Advanced Warfighter. So 4 years.
Bloody hell.
So yeah, I'm ready now.
Well, so I've played a bit of the beta. I've not really played much of it, but I've played a bit of it, and I enjoyed the maps. I didn't enjoy dying all the time, and the spawns seemed a little bit off. But obviously, just the beta, I'm hoping to fix that. Like, if they don't...
Spawns seem to be the recurring one thing that they can't get right in beta.
Spawns, well, that's the thing, but spawns were fine in Black Ops 3 in the beta as well as the game. And Infinite Ward are doing this one, and they did Ghosts, and Ghosts had some of the worst spawns ever in the main game.
See, I'm trying to remember my experience of the Black Ops 3 beta, and all I can remember is, and I think Laura recorded it, is the one where I'm trying to figure out how to wall run.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, that's on YouTube.
Because of that.
That's on YouTube.
It's like, you can wall run. Oh, great! And it doesn't do it automatically. So.
Yeah, it took me a while to get used to the wall run in Blops 3. And I've still died a few times in Infinite Warfare trying to do it on the beta. But I enjoyed what I played of it, and I'm picking it up day one anyway, mainly for Modern Warfare, which I'm more excited about than anything ever, as I wrote an article about.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for that. Really excited for Modern Warfare, and I'm pretty excited for Infinite Warfare, especially because it's got Jon Snow in it, the Watcher on the Wall. Yeah, are you getting any first-person shooters, Laura?
First-person shooters.
I know, I've reeled off the list of them all.
None. Absolutely none.
None.
I mean, it's all Call of Duty and stuff like that. But I'm happy with my Gears as a third-person shooter. I don't feel a hole in my life by not having the others.
Yeah.
I played the Battlefield 1 beta. It just wasn't for me. I liked it. I thought it was good, but it's just Battlefield. You either get into it or you don't.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I thought, but yeah, because you didn't really play as much as me, did you, on the Battlefield beta? Like, not enough to love it.
no, so
No.
basically, yeah, there's not that. And Titanfall 2, I haven't even. I wanted to try Titanfall 1. I mean, I've got a thing. I know it's not the same game, but it's like the closest I'm going to get at the moment.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I am intrigued by it, sure. But there's just not enough. They're like, basically, I like them, and if I had loads of money, I'd get them all. But they're at a point where they've just ended up getting cut for like Gears and Mafia and Forza and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, that's basically I am with that. I mean, I'd rather have Watch Dogs 2, for example.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
I mean, I've completely keep forgetting about it. I've actually got it written down in front of me just because I keep forgetting about it. It's actually frustrating because I'm like, oh yeah, I saw an advert for it on YouTube the other day. Like, you know when the trailer pops up?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, Watch Dogs 2, that'd be cool. And then I was like, wait, hang on. Oh, it's this year! Oh, not again! And I had this conversation last month with someone that I forgot it was out. So it's basically just a horrible... I need to write it down that there's such a game coming out because... Whew, but I am more interested in that sort of thing. I just like it, when you can't buy so many games. You have to rely on having people around all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes I end up. I know I play a lot of games with YouTube, or less Slazo, but still Slazo when he graces me with his presence. But
It's truly a privilege.
Yeah, but I'm not on all
Wow.
the time. Sometimes I'll be on like early evening, and you'll be on late, and so we miss each other. And I just don't enjoy playing Battlefield COD and that by myself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's fair.
so it's like that's why they ended up getting boycotted, because it's like I can only buy one game. I really don't want to just be like, you know, those 5 minutes when I played with you, great times.
Yeah, see, I'm different where I can play those by myself, which is
I can, but I really do prefer playing with a friend.
See, I don't mind it at all. I can...
See, the thing is, like, as long as there's a party chat going on or something, I'm happy.
See, I've done it loads of times. I've just sat there and just played it by myself. And literally just not cared. It's weird. I don't know why. I can't really do it. It's weird. I can't do it with many other games.
That's the thing, like, I hate being sociable when I'm playing RPGs or something, because I'm usually trying to concentrate, so if people are talking to me, I'm literally just blanking them, and I feel bad for it. But with shooters and that, where I don't have to concentrate, no, I'd rather have chat going on in my ear.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, I honestly don't know what it is. I'm just happy to sit and play them by myself. I played a lot of the Battlefield beta by myself. So, yeah, it's one of them. But,
It's fine, if you're happy to play games by yourself, you can play the Resident Evil 7 demo by yourself, you can play Outlast 2 by yourself.
Need a party for that. Yeah, definitely need a party for that.
I mean, like,
no
another
party,
one...
no squiggy.
Another one I've got going over my list of games I'm buying this year, and we haven't mentioned that, Last Guardian. I don't know if either of you are going to pick that up. Yeah.
I keep forgetting that's coming out this year. I know. To be fair, it's actually one of those things. I've said it before. It's like till it's in my hand or I see it in the shop, I will not believe it's a thing.
But suppose, like, you walked into a shop December 9th and it's there. Would you?
No, because it probably will be delayed. It'll probably get delayed again.
That's not the question that was asked.
No, that is. I mean, I'm normally looking for presents in December at that point, just to seem selfless. Probably not on that sort. But then also, it's one of those games that I don't know if it's for me because I haven't played the others and I haven't been wowed by it, haven't seen it. I think it's definitely review based and just that. So basically, if it was on the day and it came out that day and I walked in the shop, I would probably be like, excuse me, the 4G's are really bad in here, so in 2 seconds I'm just going to walk out and Google the reviews for this if they've come out before. If they haven't, I'd be like...
From the team who made Icon Shadow Cross, this is pretty high prestige.
I mean, it is high prestige, but I don't like to ever assume, and the fact that I haven't played them games for myself, so it may just come down to it's not for me, rather than I'm not denying it's a good game.
I think I'm just more interested to see, like, how the game actually plays out in the end. Like, is it just going to be like an A to B platformer, or is there going to be an open world at some point? Because I don't think, like, maybe there's been stuff revealed and stuff I've not seen, but A lot of it we've seen has just been get from here to here.
It's just weird that's the... It's the thing is, it's like weird that we've waited so long for it, so it's got to live up to a certain standard. That's the other thing that's going to end up affecting me, because were you hyped when it was first announced?
Not massively, but I hadn't played Shadow at the time, so...
Yeah, so I'm just imagining people that have been waiting since that first announcement. It's going to be hard not to disappoint them, and I'll end up seeing them slagging it off, and I'll be like, oh, yeah. And then I'll be like, I played a bit of it, and it was like, it was alright. So,
yeah, I've literally got no excitement for that at all. Literally none whatsoever. But I've not played Ico or Shadow, and I'm not a fan of...
I mean, if the protagonist had a gun, you'd be all over it. But...
Oh, if it was a first-person shooter, The Last Guardian, basically a Destiny story, I'd be all over it. But unfortunately, no. I like more games than just that, you know. It's just this year, for me, this is the year of the first-person shooter. Like you said, the year of the JRPG. But for me, it's the year of the first-person shooter. Whereas normally you get, like, maybe COD and Battlefield, and that's it. But there's a lot this year. And I enjoy other games. I've got other games on my list to play. Like, Watch Dogs is there, but it's not one that's at the top of my list. And Mafia 3's there, Forza Horizon's there as well.
I've just realised I really should write an article, This is the year of... I feel like my end of that sentence is the Xbox One, and I feel like I would get absolutely massacred for it, but I really feel...
Yes,
you're right, though.
I am, thank you! I've always liked Slazo!
No, he's saying you're right about being massacred, not about anything.
No, I would say, like, the Xbox One's had a better year than the PS4.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
I don't know why you're going to... It's just, that's what I would say, this is the year of the Xbox One. This is the year where... Yeah. Okay,
yeah. There's been a bunch of games I'm happy to play on the PS4, but like, if I'm to compare, like for most of them, it's like, but you can get this on Xbox as well. So
yeah, a lot of the
Xbox
ones
has like looking over at you with your Forzas and your Gears, and it's like
Quantum Break.
Yeah, I don't care about that one. But,
I do. I do. Let me care about Quantum Break. I'm still bitter there's no sequel.
I think it's interesting as well how we're sort of all interested in, like, you know, the Call of Duty crossovers there, but we're all interested in different genres of games as well.
Yep.
Which is quite, you know, so it means there's quite a wide variety to pick from.
I know what I'm excited for, but I think it's out now. Oh, I know.
Do you know what I'm excited for?
Oh, yeah, that's the one game I'm excited for, but it's out now and is in my drawer and I haven't mentioned. Bloody Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Dishonored 2.
Oh, I've got Dishonored 1 down.
South Park 2's out this... No, it's not.
No.
Ignore that one.
We'll finish off with this one.
Steins Gate Zero, babes.
Yes, Steins Gate Zero. Shit,
that's out on November 25th, apparently, on PS Vita.
But what about, right?
Right.
Steep.
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
If it's on PS Plus, I mean, I'll give it a try.
If it releases free.
Let's move on, guys. Let's move on.
If it releases free, I'll move on. I'll go for it. But anyway, yeah. So
I don't want to play that game. I'll have trauma. The E3 trailer was enough for me. Like, you guys are like, this is all right, and I'm like, no, that person died.
Yeah. Well, like, this looks good. I didn't even focus on that, and then when you mentioned it, I started focusing more. I was like, I can't play this. Can't. What if I fly myself into a mountain like that? Am I going to splat?
Just, I wonder if it'll have a VR mode.
Oh God, I hope not. I'll have to have a bucket in front of us for that. Oh, God. Anyway, so obviously, like we said, there's a lot of genres of games coming out between now and the end of the year. A lot of choice, which is always a good thing. So, in the words of, since we're speaking about choice, let's move on to the top 50. So every week, one of us picks a game, we discuss the game, and then we go to a vote to see if it makes it in to the top 50 list. Last week, I managed to get Skyrim in there. It's Slazo's turn this week to try and get a game in, so take it away, Slazo.
Oh boy, no pressure on me as always, but here we go. So I was going over. Thank you. I was going over our list, and we've got like a pretty good spread at this point. We've got some shooters, we've got some RPGs, we've got some platformers, we've got some adventurers. But one genre that we haven't got in, that I've been pondering for a while on what to put in, is there's no strategy games in our top 50, and
there's a reason for that.
Thank you. There have been like a bunch of cool strategy games, but like my problem has been trying to find one that would work in the top 50. I've gone like maybe Advance Wars, maybe maybe Dawn of War, and then you two had never heard of Dawn of War, so I gave up on that idea.
I've heard of it, I just wouldn't vote for it.
Only after we did it on the podcast.
No, I just wouldn't vote for it.
Okay. Stuff like Total War came to mind, but then, like, after thinking about it for a while, and it's funny because we actually mentioned this game earlier in the show.
Oh, I know what he's going for.
Like, yeah, Laura's cottoned on. My nomination this time is probably the most played strategy game of the modern era, Civilization 5. I mean...
The one I haven't played.
Right, that's good for you. It's the It's the most complete Civ game to date. Like, there is an insane amount of things to do, especially when you add the Brave New World expansion. So, like, I think there's like 30 races of people, all who have different AIs and different goals and different ways to play. There's a ton of ways to try and beat your opponents. It's not just stomp them down with the might of your military. You can convert them all to be religious zealots and fanatics. You can launch a nuke into space. You can... I've got to remember what the other ones... You can be more cultured than everyone else. And yeah, I've got the chance to play it online with a bunch of friends a bunch of times, and it is really good fun, ultimately, because, well, especially when you've got like a group of 10 of you, all with your own different goals, setting up secret alliances, backstabbing each other, all going for different kind of things. So it's like, oh, I'll give you these military units if you help me with this science thing. And it's just like, there's so much to it. It's kind of become, there's a reason it's become kind of the big game of strategy these days, because there are other ones like, I forget what it's called, Endless Continent or something. There are other ones, but Civ has become the de facto strategy game, as it were. And yeah, I mean, Civ 6, people are excited and hyped for that. I'm probably going to play it at some point. But for now, obviously not knowing how good that is, I'd say Civ 5 is probably the most... Certainly, like, the strategy game I know most people own and has been the most successful in that regard, and it's a pretty damn good game when you put it inside. Like, I know lots of people who just happily play the single player for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. So, yeah, Civ 5 as the king of strategy.
I've not played it, so...
I like your thinking, to be fair.
I do like your thinking. I probably agree that we need a strategy game in there.
I mean, I know you've not played it, Squiggy, but I'm sure even you'll admit you've seen, like, on Steam, whenever you're signed in, it'll pop up in the bottom right, X is playing Civ 5.
That pops up all the time. Yeah. I'm sick of seeing that. That's why I'm voting no. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I could see. So the only thing, like, this is just me, like, maybe being an idiot.
Go on.
What's the difference between, say, like a Civilization Civ 5 strategy type game and then a Command and Conquer type strategy game?
Command and Conquer and all that are very much military based in that you build units, you send them out, you explore the map, you try and kill other people. Whereas Civ, yes, that element is there, but you can also do so much more. As I said, with the religious, the science, you can improve your culture. You can, if you want to be a powerhouse that makes a ton of money and buys your way to power, you can do that. Whereas in a lot of other ones, like Age of Empires, like Dawn of War, like Command and Conquer, it is just military, bang, bang, bang.
Alright, so yeah, I get what you mean. So it has, like, it's got a lot more depth than, like, Command
I mean, don't get me wrong, Command and Conquer and all that are fun games as well, but Civ is...
because I do like Command and Conquer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not my favourite Civ game, but...
Which one is? 4?
No, it's not because of quality, it's because of ease of play. The one on the 360,
the console one, right.
I know it's not the best one, but I put so much time into that one compared to the others. To be fair, it was the one that allowed me then to go to the PC ones, if that made sense. Like, it was nice and welcome.
I mean, like, it wasn't... Civ wouldn't be the console RTS I'd go for, but I was considering Halo Wars as well at some point as a nomination, but...
Yeah.
To be honest, that's what I thought you were going for at one point.
No. Halo Wars is good fun, and it's made me excited for Halo Wars 2, but I don't know if I'd say it's top 50.
Yeah. You see, I'm not... The main reason I'm not a big... I'm just not a big fan of this genre. I've not played Halo Wars. I've played a bit of Command and Conquer. I think Tiberium Wars, like back in the PlayStation days. So I'm not a massive fan of them. So really, like, for me, it's more about how you sell the game to me than me. Do you know what I mean? Like, than me.
Yeah. No,
thing
that's
in
fine.
it. So yeah, to be honest, I think you've sold it quite well. And the people on Steam obviously don't lie when they're always playing it. Steam does not lie. So yeah, to be honest, I think I might have it in my Steam library.
Probably you do, because the amount of times it's been like a $5.
Sid Meier's. I do actually.
There you go.
No, wait, I've got Civilization. No, I've got Civ 4 and 5.
Oh, there you go.
I don't remember buying
I think
it.
I have 3 and 5, weirdly. Like, I skipped 4.
But
don't even know why.
Yeah, I've got... How many friends have I got on Steam? I haven't got many friends on Steam. And 10 of them own the game. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I've got 19 friends. 10 of them own the game. Which says quite a bit about the game as well. To be fair. Considering other games I go on, I've got no friends who own the game.
I mean, let me put it this way. I mean, how many do I have on my friend list? It doesn't tell me a handy number.
I just want to go
I'm
to
not
a vote,
going
guys,
to
at this
turn it
point.
into that, but like it says, like on mine, 68 friends already own this game, and it's like, yep, that kind of.
Yeah, that does sort of sum it up, doesn't it? Yeah. Should we just go straight to a vote?
I mean, I'm not complaining.
No. So
I'm ready to vote.
Laura,
Yes.
Slazo, it's obviously a yes from you, and it doesn't really matter which way I vote because it's already going on. But based on the amount of people I've seen playing it and sort of what you've said, I would probably vote yes anyway. So there we go. Civilization 5 is on our top 50, and it joins some such acclaimed games such as Wave Race 64, Heavy Rain, Metal Gear Solid, and Grand Theft Auto 3.
I mean, at least one of those is good.
Thank you. Heavy Rain is welcomed you to the fan club. Get the t-shirt!
I'm hoping you meant Metal Gear Solid 3.
No, he didn't. He meant...
Didn't say Metal Gear Solid 3.
He said Metal Gear Solid.
I don't know which one I said, I just assumed
said
both.
one.
Just assume I
You
said
said-
both.
How can we assume you said both?
Because Metal Gear Solid is that good.
I just...
But
Apart from
the streak continues, and I think that's now 40 or 41 games in there
There's
now.
a lot on there now, and it's getting a
Yeah.
lot more difficult.
The list is getting tight, but somehow I keep finding a way. What can I say?
I can't wait. You know what? The day when I generally just vote not on the person but on the game and what they say, you know, a little bit. I cannot wait till I vote no to Slazo. Literally cannot wait.
I'm looking forward to doing that. I won't lie. I nearly voted no this time, but it didn't really matter. So I'll be nice. I'll keep them sweet.
You didn't want to waste your no vote.
Exactly.
You wanted a soul destroying no
Yeah.
vote. I get you.
Yeah, like when he votes for...
You're not, friend is now playing Civ 5.
I've had that pop up as well. Yeah. So anyway,
Oh,
this
God.
has been episode 53 of the Party Chat podcast. Until next week, you can catch us all on Twitter. I am at Jody Squires. Laura is at LawOLaw, and Slazo is at Slazo King. Yes.
Hey,
There we go. You can catch us on Retro Remastered, which is at Retro Remastered on Twitter, Facebook.com/Retro Remastered, YouTube.com/Blur. Just search for Retro Remastered on YouTube. What else are we on, Laura? Tumblr?
Tumblr,
The Retro
YouTube,
Remastered? I've said YouTube.
The Retro Remastered.
The
I
Retro
just like saying
Remastered
YouTube
on
again.
Tumblr.
Yeah, Facebook.
And obviously RetroRemastered.com, iTunes. If you like this podcast, give it a rating, give it a review. Be a dear and do that. Give us a follow on Twitter, give us a like on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube and Twitch, twitch.tv/RetroRemastered. And I think I have plugged pretty much every social media thing I know.
I mean, I know more. I think we should get a Snapchat, and I should just Snapchat video games.
Can we get Vine? I want to do Vine.
Or should I have Snapchat and Snapchat cakes?
What's that got to do with Retro Remastered?
Nothing, but it might get people interested.
Wow.
Come with us and we bake goodies for you. That sounds awful. Anyway,
Right,
let's end that there.
everybody.
This has been episode 53 of the Party Chat podcast. It has been a pleasure.
Abort.
See you next week.
Abort.
Abandon ship.